LA, baby.
This always makes me think of two people. It makes me think of Blair and Chandler. People like
Los Feliz.
Los Feliz?
Los Feliz.
Like
but for
sheep Feliz, like sheep Feliz?
yeah, but for people who do what you just did, they go, what? I go, Los Feliz.
Son.
Los Feliz. Los Feliz? No, it's Los.
Feliz. Los Feliz Navidad.
There you go.
That's how I string it together.
Bill, I've been doing a little bit of research. As you know, I try to document different aspects of life through my filmmaking. And I was looking into, actually, I find it interesting where people actually come from, the origin of where they come from. But I have to admit that where you've been staying at since you've been in Los Angeles has kind of confounded me. As I was saying, you're in Los Feliz, and I looked in all my all my reference, and I could not find any Los Fellas anywhere. I did find some fellas, but I didn't find any lost fellas. So who these guys are, I don't know. I wasn't able to track that down.
Correctly or incorrectly?
Either or. Remember, we're quirky here.
Yeah, Los. People say Los Feliz, but that's not really. It's Los Feliz is what it should be if you actually speak it properly. I've heard Los Felix, which is not right. But.
Los Feliz. Right there. So what's your absolute favorite restaurant in Los Feliz?
You know that restaurant that's down on the corner of, the corner of where the next to the
Where the thing is
you know
next
where
to
the
the
thing
what's it?
is next to the dry cleaners and liquor store. My favorite restaurant. Oh, that's so hard.
Nobody cries at the House of Pies. So what do you think, Mr. Ray?
Oh man, this looks great here. Anytime is breakfast time. We got 3 pages of this stuff.
Your genuine House of Pies breakfast. They treat you right. Nobody cries.
Nobody
The House of Pies.
That's right. That's
That's it. Oh my gosh, Ray, look at all that.
It's definitely it's a laid-back kind of a cafe. I mean, we're still doing we're doing great food. I mean, not to toot our own horn, but it's pretty good. Good coffee, and basically it's kind of like laid back, but still kind of somewhat professional at times. Well, it's basically a place without a hierarchy, but yet we still make it work. It's like a co-op kind of a thing where the bus boys and the servers kind of work together as a team, and we don't necessarily have like a manager cracking the whip all the time. So it kind of is both laid back, and it's also really but we still regulate ourselves and get work done. Lunch item is definitely the rosemary turkey burger. We serve it on the rosemary toast, and it comes usually with potato salad. It's pretty outstanding. It sounds simple, but it's really good. Breakfast item, we're definitely the chilaquiles are one of the things we're known for sure, which is the salsa verde we make in-house with the chips, which are fresh, and that's pretty amazing. Come on down if you want to have a relaxed, good time with really good food and some relatively cool, chill people.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, Tom. Take care.
Something that's happened in Los Feliz, this is interesting. We keep getting more and more ice cream stores. I just read yesterday that a new ice cream store is opening up on Vermont. We already have like 3 or 4 in a row on Hillhurst. So, which is good. I have a huge sweet tooth.
¿Cómo está, señorita? ¿Qué pasa?
Muy bien, buenos días, ¿cómo están ustedes?
Ah, bueno. ¿Cómo está?
I've been 39 years. Last
39 years here.
April Fool, we celebrate 39 years.
And you own a business?
Yes.
And I must say, I sampled her food today, ladies and gentlemen. It was superb.
Thank you.
Whenever you're here in Los Feliz, you must come here. Wonderful and lovely staff and handsome staff back in the kitchen. And of course, muy bonita, the owner.
Okay, thank you.
Ah, gracias.
So this is the Cochinita Pibil burrito. Yucatan style, slow roasted pork with beans.
So we're in community on Hillhurst in Los Feliz, and today I ordered the double bacon grilled cheese with avocado and tomato. Bill got the lamb, the OMG lamb.
What do you say?
Fantastic.
I've seen, I've got books with this stuff in it. You just don't, it doesn't do it any type of justice to it.
No, it doesn't.
It's just amazing. Yeah.
What do you say?
Take my picture, $5.
Yeah, right. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye-bye.
Everybody always asks how to get up to the Hollywood sign. The whole time I'm running in here, every time I'm running in here, they're like, how do we get over there? It's actually quite a trek. It's not a short distance. And you actually can't get in front of the Hollywood sign. It's behind the Hollywood sign. And so people are often disappointed once they get up there because it's fenced off.
There we go.
In a tenth of a mile, turn right onto Mulholland Highway.
I remember the mystic night, I felt your presence in the dark and cold. Million jewels of holy light just dancing through a mist of liquid gold. My friends and I, we were transfixed. You spoke to us with words that had no sound. We were unbound, our spirits soared with the eternal all around.
some graffiti that is pretty.
And it's the observatory.
Can I get a shot with the two of you? No?
Wait for me. Please, wait for me. I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming. Wait for me. Wait for me.
All last year I volunteered for a group called Back on My Feet, and they use running to mentor people who are experiencing homelessness. And the team that I volunteered for was Team Union Rescue Mission. Born in Baltimore, and my mom moved around a lot, so I lived in West Virginia, Ohio, Maryland. Pennsylvania was the last stop on the East Coast, and I was in Pennsylvania for quite a long time. And then I moved to Dallas, Texas from there, and I was in Dallas, Texas for 2 years. And then I met a guy in a bar, and he was from here, and he said, I'm moving back to California. Do you want to go? And I said, sure. So that's how I got to California, and that was 22 years ago. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I lived in Delaware for 5 years. It's a little tiny state. I think a chicken is their state bird.
Well, there's where we're going. Up.
There's a road right there that is not open to the public, and it leads up. There's a camp up in there with cabins. It's a youth camp. From the other side, but it's also very
And this guy planted all this stuff himself. Wow.
in the land of free. People ride their horses up here, so
Really?
there's a trough there and the hitching posts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think I was born with that. My dad is an artist, so I was born probably learning how to be creative artistically. I learned how to draw before, I learned how to speak. Oh, my dad is one of those that can do everything. He used to collect like classic cars and rebuild them, so he can build a car from scratch. Paint and body guy, custom car painting, with the flames and all that stuff. But he also can paint on canvas. He carves out of wood. He also etches on glass.
Wow.
Yeah, he's one of those. He can build a house. He can do it all. I say pyrography just because I don't want to screw it up. Pyrography. Pyrography. See, I don't know how to say it as one.
That's kind of like sheep felice.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Pyrography. Wood burning is what people know it as. That also came from my dad when I was young. He would let me use a wood burner in the garage, and then I totally forgot about that tool until probably about, I don't know, I don't even know if it's been 20 years ago, maybe less. I went and bought one again, and now I like to do wood burning on anything. The fun artsy stuff that I like to do is just like my wood burning is not like your traditional wood burning, which is usually nature scenes and a lot of shading. Mine is more graphic and line oriented, that kind of style. And lately, as in the last, like since 2009 perhaps, I actually use the wood burning in making custom racks to hold race medals. People who run like marathons or swimming meets and stuff like that. So I like to use my designs in that fashion, and that's usually very line oriented and type. I feel frustrated about that because I use so many different mediums. I don't know if I get bored with one thing, I'll be doing wood burning for a few months and then I'll switch to sewing and hand making little stuffed dolls. Those skeleton dolls I make every Halloween, yeah. And people love those dolls. They're just, I read about how to make those years ago just using scrap dish towels. So now I just kind of try and get creative with those. And I also have other dolls that I make, and I've called them different things through the years. Yucky Lovin' is one of the names that I've used. So just besides the hand sew, I don't know how to use a sewing machine, so I hand sew everything. I also like to make things out of scrap. And that goes with cardboard. Usually, cardboard, when you have boxes that come in everything. I save. That's probably that's probably a problem. I save too much stuff. And so when it starts to pile up, I start making art out of it. So I have a whole series of things I've made out of scrap cardboard and scrap felt. I like to make things out of polymer clay, miniatures out of polymer clay. This is the time of year where I'll be doing that because I hand make all of my Christmas gifts out of polymer clay, and it's usually something tiny like a house or a tree. A computer screen. But yeah, I do graphic design, and that ranges everything from posters to business cards to websites. What I do is I was spending so much time training on running trails out in places like this, and I was just missing doing something creative. And when you're training a lot for a race, there's usually just no time, or you don't feel like doing anything creative actually. So what happened is I was like, well, I'm going to start carrying things like these little figurines. I was carrying a plastic cowboy for a while, and then now I'm carrying a homie, a goat, and I set them out on the trail while I'm running, and I snap photos of them. Then on my downtime when I'm not training for a race, I'll go back into the woods and take some photos that are set up. And so that's what I've been doing with my I call it, they're Barbies. They're not officially the name Barbies. They're like 99-cent Barbies from the 99-cent store. Oh, I get great feedback. Yeah, people really like them. I've tried to start a tradition, I have started a tradition of, that's my Christmas card. This will be the 3rd year. My Christmas card will be pictures of, I've given them names. They're called Hazel and Loy. Silly, I'm an adult taking pictures of toys. Maybe they think that's funny, I don't know. I have a whole series of these. And these, I made their holiday headdress.
And so what's the name of the one on the left?
Well, this is the thing. They're Hazel and Loy, and I don't know which one is which. They won't tell me which one is which.
I don't think they know either.
They're keeping it a secret. So, like this, where there's an automatic prop. Like that. Yeah, I don't mess around with tweaking it too much. I might pump up the saturation,
Right.
and take a piece of fuzz off or something, but I just kind of like to keep it raw, not too polished. Overgrown right here. I'm looking to see if we're headed in the right direction. I think it all leads out the same way. So here we have at the base of the Angeles National Forest, we have the San Gabriel Mountains off there in the distance, which is part of the Angeles National Forest. Today's not really clear, but usually you can see the whole way over to Mount Baldy with snow on top of it, but you can't see that today. And of course the snow is probably gone in our lovely drought.
I think that's one of the coolest things. So anyway, this electronic pulse, magnetic pulse thing.
We're here at Griffith Observatory, Los Feliz. Mr. Ray, have you noticed all those people with their iPads and their iPhones and all of this? So, you know, what do you think is going to happen with that whole technology?
It's going to be the end of time as we know it. All of a sudden there could be an electronic magnetic pulse, EMP, and that could be the end of it. And I don't think these people would have a clue what to do, how to make a phone call.
So we would.
Oh, we would.
Smoke signals for messages, and covered wagon for transportation.
That's right. But the rest
the
of
way
these
it'll be.
people, but
That's right.
doesn't look good. Is this Los Feliz right here?
Uh-huh.
really neat, Bill, is that you get to experience all these old-time trains and how they look and everything. And even though we can't get on them, but tonight we actually get on a real live train, modern train, get to sleep on it, get to eat on it. Here it is, the 21st century, you know, these cars are 100 years old. And we're actually going to do that tonight on the real thing.
Ray, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for that wagon train. Have you seen a wagon train?
No.
Have you
seen one yet?
I haven't seen a wagon train.
Anything?
I don't see one.
All right, maybe the next stop. Maybe the next stop.
Where's the wagon?
About
tell us how long a day you do this.
Oh, well.
Yeah, tell us about this.
Well, okay. First of all, I am the most senior driver. I'm so proud of that.
Uh-huh.
But so what I do, the strategy that works the best for me is that, like, right now, my company, there's only 2 drivers because it's a little bit in transition.
Right.
The other driver is 33 years my junior.
Uh-huh.
I'm very proud of that. I love this job.
That's right.
So what I do, I can't do like a 12-hour you know, thing like he can.
Right,
He's 22 years old. So I pretty much bike every day, somewhere between 2 and say 7 hours tops, something like that. I think one time I actually was out for 8 hours.
Uh-huh.
But it's that way. It's good for me, and it's also good for him because it would be too hard on him to go, you know, any further past that.
Right.
It's probably like a Netflix kind of a movie where we have to get away through that or something.
Yeah, I think now it's been out of the theaters for a couple of years, so I think now you could order it probably on Netflix or one of those. Somebody will have it, or you like pay $5 to rent the DVD or something like that.
Okay, very good. Good for us, you know, make good money in this one.
Yeah, I was going to say take us as far as the medical marijuana store, but we wouldn't be doing that to buy any. That's kind of the only place I remember from last time I was out here because I thought it was so strange.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Because I'm thinking, yeah, right. I bet if I walked in and said I sprained my little finger, I could probably get some.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, you would qualify for a card. You see, like, as far as I understand it, because I don't smoke, I mean, I have no problem with it. I sometimes think about, I wish I had money to travel up the coast and, you know, explore stuff just in this state. And, you know, I can't. I have to keep working to eat it. It's like,
I'm just letting you know, I'm filming you pedaling, and I've got your phone number and all your information right here, so that
and this is called, you know, skate park over here. On the weekends, they got guys dancing on the rollerblades. It's really cool. They're really good at it. Always spotless. Anyways, I tell people, you know, that's a nice thing on this way out. And this is your Muscle Beach. And these are the guys that make it all happen. And this tells you, just in case you haven't had enough of Arnold and what he is in his younger days. And see, it's a blast. When there's a show, it is really fun.
And I'm Jean, and I bike for Santa Monica Bike Taxi out here in beautiful Santa Monica, and also Venice. And I have a fabulous job.
So who's your buddy here?
This is Benny, and Benny is the co-pilot, although truthfully he's the real boss.
And there is Benny, and with that we say goodbye to Venice Beach, Santa Monica. That's what I'm gonna send her a picture of, Ray. I'm gonna take a photo of this, and this is gonna be my peace offering. Hold on.
Los Feliz.
Los Feliz.
As I was saying, you're in Los Feliz, and you know I looked in all my all my references, and I could not find any Los Feliz anywhere.
I say Los Feliz.
I remember the mystic night. I felt your presence in the dark and cold. Million jewels of holy light just dancing through a mist of liquid gold. My friends and I, we were transfixed. You spoke to us with words that had no sound. We were unbound, our spirits soared with the eternal all around. We were removed from human chains, we sped through space, we knew not where. But nothing mattered in that moment. We only knew that you were there. I remember that mystic night, now just a shadow on the dawn. The wind tore through the icebound trees, and in a moment we were gone. While down below the city slept in unawed silence through the night, while up above the Father wept, and darkness loved much more than light.